People think that carnivore is only about weight loss, but it's not. People think about cholesterol and steak and some weird internet diet trend, and it's not that either. Carnivore, real carnivore, is about getting your mind back, and the day that happened for me, I will never forget. Hi, I'm Steve, and welcome to another Down Home Clean Carnivore video. This is the one where I've been waiting to tell you. Let me describe something for you. Imagine a radio that's in your head that never turns off. Never. Morning, noon, night. It's playing static and songs you hate and advertisements, and someone's giving you bad advice, and there's a voice in there telling you to eat and another voice telling you you're a failure, and it all blends together until you can't hear yourself think anymore. Maybe outside, natural. That was my brain for years. Decades, actually. I didn't know any different. You don't know when you're in it. You think everybody lives like this. Foggy, distracted, chained to the next meal, the next snack, the next hit of something to quiet the noise for 10 minutes. And here's the cruelest part. The food that I was using to calm the noise was making the noise louder. These changes started while I was on a low-carb diet, but they accelerated when eventually I went full carnivore. Since my cravings were all but gone and real hunger had replaced fake hunger, I began dabbling in the area of intermittent fasting. My way of eating began to free form. One day eating bacon and eggs, and the next day eating steak and salad, and because I was consuming large amounts of nutrient-dense food, I found that I could go longer periods without feeling hungry. And even when I was hungry, if I just drank water or ignored the pangs, they would go away quickly. But I knew that what I was eating was affecting me more than just weight loss. Something else. Something else was happening that I couldn't quite explain, and I couldn't name either. It was subtle, like a fog lifting 1 inch at a time. You didn't notice it by the inch. You notice it when you can finally see the road. What had begun in the spring had now become something I needed to define. I finally decided to go full carnivore on October 1st. I began buying bulk meat to support my way of eating and to begin to define my lifestyle. And then one morning, I woke up and I just sat there. No urgency, no racing thoughts about what I was going to eat, no guilt about what I ate yesterday, no planning my next 3 meals, just quiet, just me in my own head. For the first time, I don't know how long. Here's the story I never told on camera before. A few weeks into carnivore, I stood still. I don't remember for how long. And I don't even remember where I was. I just stood and recognized that my depression and dark thoughts were gone. And in their place was peace and calm. That moment became euphoric. I looked back over the past few months, back to April, and I realized that I'd been given a gift. I had my life back. I was free, no longer chained. Not only had my body gone through a rapid physical change, fat burning from my body, but I had reclaimed my mind, my beautiful mind. My joy had returned. I reasoned that I was thinking like I was when I was 20 years old. I shook my head in disbelief at my new reality, but I could not deny it. And as I would soon find out, I couldn't describe it in words either, because words always fall short. I couldn't take the experience that I had in my brain and put it into somebody else's brain. It just couldn't be done. People ask me, well, what does mental clarity feel like? I wish I could tell you. I really do. But words always come up short. The only way I know how to explain it is that before, food owned part of my mind, and after, it didn't. The noise got quieter, and until you've experienced that for yourself, it's hard to fully understand what I'm talking about. My food obsession, gone. Not reduced, gone. I ate when I was hungry and I stopped when I was full. I didn't think about food in between. For a man who spent 40 years planning his next meal while eating the one sitting in front of him, that was freedom. That was the cage door swinging open. It's control, it's clarity, it's peace. If you're still listening, then bless you. You've been hearing about my transformation and the mental clarity I experienced. I want to caution you that not everyone's journey is the same. Not everyone experiences the same changes in the same order or on the same timeline. But I also want you to know that my story is not unique. YouTube is full of testimonials from people who have changed the way they eat and discovered improved focus, clearer thinking, better moods, and a greater sense of well-being. So don't take my word for it. Listen to their stories, then take a step of faith and begin your own journey. You may be surprised by what you discover on the other side. Stay with me until the end, and I'll tell you what's coming next. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button, subscribe now, and ding the bell so you won't miss anything that's coming your way, the coming attractions. In the next episode, we'll talk about the truth about carnivore and money. Walk with me.